World Ahoy!
The Vikings. The Vikings were a great warrior people during the Middle Ages. They came from the northern part of Europe, from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. The Vikings were skilled craftsmen and traders, but above all, they were sailors, explorers, and warriors. They sailed in fast, light, and long ships called drakars, named after the fearsome dragon's head placed at the bow. These brave Vikings, though, were a bunch of troublemakers. They liked nothing better than raiding and looting their neighbors and carrying off whatever they could. If they died in combat, Vikings believed they went to Valhalla, a kind of heaven where parties went on forever and ever. Yeah! Valhalla was like one long birthday feast, which never ended. The Vikings drank beer from horns and also from the skulls of enemies, killed in combat. A disgusting idea nowadays, but 1,500 years ago, people didn't think it was such a horrid thing to do. To look mean and frighten their enemies, the Vikings wore helmets fitted with horns and wings. The whole of Europe lived in fear of Viking attack. Feudal lords built castles to defend themselves and protect their subjects. But it wasn't much use. In a short time, the Vikings managed to conquer large parts of the European coast and beyond. And they even reached America during some of their great journeys. The Vikings were so daring, they managed to sail up the River Seine and attack Paris in 871. For 2 long years, they laid siege to the city until the French king finally offered them a chunk of his kingdom if they agreed to go away. Normandy, in the north of France, gets its name from Normans, men of the north, i.e., the Vikings, who now settled here. But the Vikings didn't stop there. In the 10th century, thousands of them attacked Constantinople. To stop them from destroying his beautiful city and carrying off all his treasure, the emperor offered to do trade with the Vikings instead. The Vikings returned home happy and celebrated their victory in grand style. They realized it was better to do trade peacefully than to go around beating people up all the time. That marked the end of their moment in history and the birth of the Viking legend.